Ready, hot!
Brothers and the offense is clicking, you're going to try to throw to a bunch of guys?
Yeah, I think for us, the more people we can get in, the fresher we can be, especially with no huddle and playing up tempo, the better for us for sure, and spreading the ball around so people can't just stay on one guy or double one guy. Having that balance and being able to spread the ball around is kind of what we want to do.
Is this your best stretch of football since the Kansas State game you played in your career?
I think some of the better football that have been playing, that's for sure. These last 4 or 5 games, I feel like I've been in rhythm, been playing really well, going through all my reads, stepping up in the pocket and making some plays like that. So I think, this is probably the better stretch that I've had in my career.
What's been the difference?
Like I've always been saying, just cutting it loose and having fun. There's no magic potion to this game. It's going out there, playing with passion, having fun, and doing what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it.
When did you feel comfortable with Justin Brown?
Probably over this stretch of these last couple games. Just getting the feel of him running routes and doing different things. I think during the K-State game, I think we started kind of becoming more on the same page, and it's just kind of grown from there.
His maturity level, we see what he can do on the field, but what's he like off the field in terms of maturity?
Senior, takes care of his business, takes care of his body, does a really good job keeping his legs fresh, watches film, knows what this defense is going to do, know what he's going to do on each route, how he's going to attack different kind of leverages, and so just a very mature kid, and really blessed that he's on our team.
Landry, it looks like you're hitting on all your throws. Are there some that you prefer, and maybe a ball or two that you need to work on in your repertoire of passes?
I think there's still different things that every quarterback has to work on. I'd like to still be better in the pocket, moving around, making plays that way too. So I think that's still the one thing for me is working on that and kind of perfecting that skill.
It looked like the middle balls, the dig routes and whatever you were doing in the middle was open the other day. You did a good job of converting.
Yeah, they were doing some things that allowed us to hit some of those balls over the middle of the field, and I think that Justin and I think it was Duran had 2 big third down, and Kenny had one too, 2 big third down catches on some of the dig throws that we had up.
Can you talk about what sticks in your mind from this game a year ago, and especially that last drive when you're on the sideline watching Robert Griffin kind of operate down the field?
Previously to that drive, we had drove it down the field and we scored a touchdown, and then I think we went for 2 and jumped off sides and eventually kicked a field goal to kind of tie it up there. But then, at that point, it's out of the offensive hands, and the defense has to go out there and make a play, and Robert Griffin, he made a great play at the end of the game, to win the game for him, and so yes, I would have liked to win that game, but something that just happened, and this week we're going to get prepared and we're going to try to play our best football game.
Landry, was there any part of you that appreciated what he did under those circumstances?
Not
on
really.
That drive?
You don't ever appreciate somebody beating your team, so.
Not as another quarterback, though, or anything like that?
No. You always want to win the game. That's first and foremost.
Landry, can you talk about your head coach? He seems like such a young guy, yet he's only 12 wins away. Tied, you probably know Bud Wilkinson with wins this past week, and he's only 12 away from becoming or tying Barry Switzer. Can you talk about him and if he seems like a guy that's already won that many, because he seems young?
Yeah, Coach Stoops is a great coach. He's done a lot of good things around this place, and he's built a tradition of winning, of being successful, and that's kind of his personality, is that he wants everybody to become the best player they can be, and he's always going to push you towards that and push you towards greatness, and he doesn't settle for anything less than that.
I don't know if you were here for all of the last 5-6 minutes of Bob being in here, but when we were talking about him being tolerant of earrings and tattoos and whatever, football coaches aren't famous for that. Do you think he's a little different than most? I don't know what your frame of reference would be necessarily, but as a pretty tolerant, pretty even progressive guy with young kids, young players.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really care what people look like as long as they can play and do their job. And I think that's the way Coach Stoops is too. You know, he doesn't see kids from the outside. He kind of sees what they have on the inside and what their talent level is and what kind of person they are. You know, and I think that's just a kind of testament to him. He doesn't really care where you came from or what kind of tattoos you have, how you wear your hair, as long as you're a good kid and as long as you're have some talent. I think that he sees that in people, and he does a good job of recruiting kids. And I think that's one thing that kind of draws people to him is not seeing people on the outside, kind of seeing what they have on the inside.
You were here before the Cali trio arrived. How have they changed things around here, just with their attitude or personalities?
Just different personalities. You know, each team each year has a different feel. You know, when Ryan was here, it had a different feel, and now Kenny's kind of number one receiver in that room now has just a different feel. And then Brennan and Tony, all three of them just very outgoing, easy to talk to, really great teammates, and you know, you can't say enough about how great at kids they are.
You guys seem to be especially appreciative of Brennan's day. It's almost like you were so happy for a guy that was such a good teammate. You were glad he had such great reception. It was just a little bit of different atmosphere for a guy that had a good day.
Yeah, you know, Brennan's type of kid that regardless of what happens in his circumstances, if he's playing a lot or if he's not playing a lot, he comes to practice every day. He works hard. He knows his job, and he's humble. You know, and when something good happens to those kind of people, you always want to cheer. You always want to get behind them. And we're just really appreciative of Brennan and what he's done at this place and how hard he's worked and how consistent of a back that he's been.
You guys feel really good about the depth at running back with you know, a guy like him stepping up. You know, obviously, Damian Donald's shown it. Roy Finch has shown it.
Yeah, this place has typically recruited really good running backs, and just a testament again to Coach Stoops and the staff of recruiting good kids and recruiting very talented running backs around this place.
I know it's trademarked the Cali trio, but you have Damian Williams, who also came from around that same area.
Same area.
Does he have that same kind of? Do you bring that a difference or what?
Yeah, I think he does. I think he just hadn't been here as long, you know, and so he definitely has that same kind of deal. And then you have Taylor McNamara, who's from that same area, you know. So we have a bunch of kids from that San Diego area on this team.
Landry, can you talk about where the team is, where your confidence level is as you make this stretch run? You dropped those two big games, but it came back and answered at Iowa State.
Yeah, you know, hey, we lost to the 2 and 3 ranked football teams in the nation, you know, and so I mean, yeah, they're good teams, and did we have a chance to win those games? Yes, we did, but they're gone, and so this team is not forgotten who they are. Just because we lost 2 games, we don't think that we're some just slack team that's going to go out there and not play hard and not play good, you know. So we always remember who we are and what kind of talent we have. And yes, this couple game stretch that we have here at the end, we're going to try to go out there and play our best football.